Seems. Alrighty, so
I feel more like it's gonna ride us.
last time you were all in Fellholt and you were all in the one guest room. You were discussing how Rand's been acting weird. Crom taught everyone Spit in the Ocean, a nice card game. Pip brought out the Ring of Mind Shielding, and you all discussed who might wear it. Crom pulverized a diamond for Alicia.
Hell yeah.
Rand and the Queen discussed how to get the party to cooperate, and then you went and chatted with your siblings. Rand and the Queen came to visit the rest of you and kind of threatened everyone's families. Crom tried to convince everyone to message people in Hawthorne to meet them at the crossroads, or at least get their families to safety. Ben agreed to send a message to Alistair about being in trouble, and then received a message back about trouble at home. You traveled with the Queen to the ruins and the crossroads, and traveled to the ruins where you had last seen Vivian in the forest. At the ruins, when you discovered she wasn't there, you discussed where she might have gone. The plan that was decided was to go to Hawthorne because it seemed viable. Crom and Pip discussed trying to fix Ran and how to go about that on the journey up. At Hawthorne, Alicia just started walking towards the training yard, then challenged Ran to a duel, which culminated in Alicia casting Greater Restoration on Ran and eliminating the charm effect from the enthrall. And that's
Ran won the fight, but everyone else helped to do the Greater Restoration.
I won the fight, motherfucker.
so
Rand won the fight, but Alicia won the war.
so that
Yeah.
so that's where
Alicia brought a sentinel along.
That's good.
So that's where we're picking up. As like Professor Platt and Professor Dresser are both there, as you're all just kind of recovering, and Alicia and Rand are a little beat up now. Professor Platt kind of stands up from after healing at the two of you, and it's just now that that's concluded, do you mind explaining why two former students have come into the grounds mid-semester to fight one another to a bloody pulp? What exactly is going on?
So I told you I would explain things and that we needed you to stay back, so thank you for staying back, but we are in a whole lot of trouble.
What do you mean?
National scale trouble, my guy.
He just kind of arches.
So there's you know that not Queen of Thalion that's currently ruling Thalion and all that?
Uh-huh.
She had her thralled, dragging us along, trying to find the other queen. It's a big mess.
Short version of the story is
she's right outside.
Crom points the direction where the Queen and the champion were. The Queen and her champion are that way, just off campus. The champion may be coming our way. I don't know if the Queen will stay. But since we broke the spell, I can guarantee one of them is coming this way at the very least, and you may want to be ready.
Yeah, she's there right now.
Ran, roll an Arcana check.
An Arcana check? Oh boy, oh boy. It's straight.
Let's see.
It is. I'm just gonna roll it straight. That's a natural 1.
Yeah, you're not sure. Thing about enthrall, and you're not really sure 100% how it works. So yeah, she could be coming this way. You're not sure.
It is a bitch of a situation. Basically, the story is, I'm a native of Thalion. Hi. Tried to get out of that hole.
He interrupts you and puts his finger up and says, and kind of glances
Rude.
at Professor Drescher and says, perhaps we should go meet with the rest of the professors before we continue this.
That sounds like a great idea.
Follow me, please.
Maybe raise the defenses of the school before we
suggestion
go.
our way.
We're going,
Let's
guys.
put everybody on red alert.
Yes, don't worry. And he leads the way through the hallways towards, we'll say, into the royal building. And
Ben gives Alicia a hug as they walk, though, to thank her for fixing Ran.
She wasn't looking to ask for it, but she just, like, fucking crumbles into Ben's arms. She's a shaken mess. But, she'll follow along as soon as they start walking.
Alicia, you're probably more familiar with these hallways back from school, but the library's in this building as well.
Yeah.
You will eventually come up to a door that you've never actually entered, Alicia, but you've probably passed a few times. As you walk into this smaller but still strangely spacious, dimly lit room, it's kind of lit only by what looks like a moderately burning fire in a fireplace and a few candlesticks at the moment. It's still a rather cozy atmosphere, and even though the shadows stretch a bit and fill the corners of several lounging sofas, there's plush armchairs, and what looks like a solid oak table where it looks like Professor Kinsley is currently sat writing something on a piece of parchment. She looks up as you guys all enter and nods slowly.
Dwarf waves.
As she she kind of smiles slightly at that. You know, she has no idea who you are. As she surveys each of you, and then surveying the room. Seated, or rather lounging, feet over the arm of one of the armchairs in one corner is Professor Morganroth, the black tiefling. A small book seemingly propped open up on his lap, and the long tail kind of twitching and flicking against the floor as he glances up at you without even raising his chin. It's a comfortable room that Professor Flat ushers you into, gesturing around for you all to find a place to sit.
Flat is which one?
He's
my king, right?
Yes.
That's
Kind of dark brown hair. Usually wears like a suit. I think he's got blue eyes. I gotta find the right page for that.
And Kinsley is the Queen of Shalier.
She's the advisor of interkingdom relations for Shalier. Curly red hair. Pages. So as you all take a seat or stand if you prefer, Professor Flat kind of turns to you all, kind of leaning forward on his knees with his fingers together, as his hands kind of locked together. Says, "Okay, so tell me exactly what you mean by Ran was charmed by Miss Litchfield."
Well, I was captured in the past heading into Thalion. They portaled to Fallhouse where I had an audience with the Queen, and she told me some really weird stuff. I still don't fully understand what she fucking meant. But in any case, this champion dude, which is probably coming to the school right now because she said that she would send him after us, just letting you know that a big armored guy who can knock people unconscious instantly can do that. Yeah, he came up and he just bonked me on the head, and I just went down like a sack of potatoes. And then when I woke up, I was just like, oh yeah, she's nice, she's pretty, you know what I mean? Weird.
And then Rand snitched on all of us.
I was under a mind control thing.
Barely even
We
knew
were
me.
all trying to help Queen Vivian, at least a little bit. We were coming to give a note to someone here at Hawthorne when, the Queen of Thalion, the wrong one. Sorry, there's a lot's been happening the last few days. Her night people showed up and they dragged us back to Thalion, and yeah.
And they threatened my friends, and it's been a whole shitty situation.
It's been a really long
But we
few
did all
days.
learn how to play spit in the ocean, so there is a good side.
Professor Platt kind of looks at you, Crom, and then shakes his head and looks around. And as he's kind of eyeing Crom strangely for a moment, you hear a, well, if this isn't interesting, and you watch as Vivian steps out of the shadows.
Hey! That's a random actual in-character reaction. We did it, guys!
Glad you found someplace safe. Good thing you got the warning.
Yes, thank you. I see
Thought you were a goner.
I see V was right about you. You are clever.
That's debatable.
We make it work sometimes.
But this certainly is a reversal of plans. You were supposed to come here first and then call for me. What in the name of chaos happened?
Ran happened, getting thrown by the queen.
Interesting.
Her royal guards or whatever, I'm pretty sure they're them. They could make their other person show up, like, behind us. It was a whole bad situation. Alicia got really hurt. They found us on the trail back up through the Forest of Mist. We were almost here to Hawthorne. We were so close. And yeah, they managed to capture us and drag us back to Thalion before we could get to Hawthorne.
So
and then they brought us back to Hawthorne like a bunch of fucking idiots and let us inside Hawthorne by ourselves like a bunch of idiots.
In their defense, Rand, you were one of the idiots at the time.
I'm still one of the idiots, thank you very much.
Point well taken.
She kind of chuckles at that and says, so if you were recently controlled by her and it was broken, does she know it was broken? And she's kind of eyeing Rand.
If it was her charm effect, I would assume so. Isn't that how charm magic works?
I'm not...
Or any magic?
I'm not one for very much magic.
Well, actually, if she doesn't know, I could literally just message her on my ring right here, right now, and just say, hey, how's it going? I could
She might know if she can't, like, communicate with you telepathically, though.
Oh,
couldn't she do that? I remember you guys were just, like, staring at each other a couple times, and it was weird.
Yeah, she can speak in my head, but she hasn't done that in a while. Hello?
That would mean
Hello?
the link is blocked.
You don't hear anything.
Nah.
As you guys are discussing this, we'll jump over to Finton. So basically, you were, following what I told you already, you were sent by the Order of the Prime Path to one Xander Moa, who, you weren't told exactly who he was, you just told that he was a professor at Hawthorne and that there's a good chance he could somehow lead you to your target.
Okay.
Kind of as a way to start tracking them down. This champion down. And while you're at the school, you've been sitting in Professor Homo or Xander's office when a messenger suddenly arrives in the doorway, and so the professor gets up.
That was impressive.
Excuse me a moment, and goes to the door, has a quick whispered conversation, and says, excuse me, Mr. Oh crap, what's your last name?
Mulgrew.
Thank you. Excuse me, Mr. Mulgrew. I think I might be able to help you. Follow me.
Okay.
So you get up and he leads you through the school. It's a rather long, twisting path. You end up having to go out into the courtyard again, and where there's like these 5 giant trees around the outside, and it's a massive school. Probably bigger even than Elijah. So as you guys are discussing whether or not the Queen Litchfield knows whether or not this charm effect was broken on Ran. In walks Professor Hamoa, and describe yourself.
Okay, let me pull up my thing real quick. Sorry.
Fair answer.
Wait. Notes. Okay, so you see this very kind of scrawny looking short kid. He looks pretty young. He's got kind of scraggly short dark red hair. And he's really pale, got some like freckles across his nose. His forearms and hands are pretty covered in scars and like healed burns and stuff, and a couple on his face. He's got really big medium gray kind of colored eyes, and he's kind of like decked out in all of the shit he's carrying. So he's got like a big tower shield and like a backpack, and like he's just kind of hauling all of his stuff with him. And
Sorry, we are too.
We have the biggest fucking backpacks.
As you're coming in, Vinton, make a perception check for me.
Okay. Perception. Ooh.
There you go. That's pretty good. So as you're kind of glancing around and taking in all the faces, like a lot of these people are new. You've never seen them before in your life. Well, you might have seen Professor Platt occasionally, just because he is royalty where you're from. But as your eyes trace over the younger people in the crowd, your eyes train on to Alicia as someone looks familiar to someone that's been described to you. And as Vinton enters with Professor Moa, Vivian looks up and kind of smirks at him and says, "Ah, Xander, how have you been?" He just kind of sneers at her and, "Fine, Vivian."
Ooh, first name basis? You're so sweet.
It just kind of looks between the two of them like, okay, there's a lot of tension here, but we're got more problems.
So, anyway,
Your kids at school had some weird personalities.
These children were just telling us how one of them was charmed by my successor, and...
Okay, hate to interrupt. Children, I'm 21.
I was waiting.
You're children to me.
Goddamn.
Lassie.
I've
had a bad day.
And so
Sorry, not sorry for hitting you.
And apparently she was charmed, and I'm assuming that, not knowing much about that kind of magic, that, would you say that the caster of the charm effect would know when it breaks? And he kind of looks at Ran and nods, of course. So
Dwarf kind of puts his hands and says, "It was more than a charm, just so you know."
I mean, it was a charm-like effect.
It was almost an enslavement charm type deal.
Well, I assume there's some sort of enthrall, Xander says.
That was a good word for it.
Interesting. So Vivian says, anyway, so you've been in the palace. She's seen your faces. Be willing to bet she shared your images around the guard, and with a kill or capture order on it. Especially if, as Xander here says, that she knows that your friend is no longer under her control. Because, I mean...
It's only been about 20 minutes, but I don't doubt it's coming.
Oh.
Yeah, I know we're really screwed.
She literally said to us before we went in, you better be out of here before 24 hours is up with the queen, or the former queen.
Didn't she give us like 4 hours?
No,
24.
24 hours.
What was it, 24? Okay.
Yeah, but with the charm effect being gone, I suspect that big old knight dude is going to be traveling up the path any day now. Any hour now.
Probably already on his way.
As possibly stupid it was to send you in here alone, I suspect she's not stupid, and she knows that this school is both well fortified and well protected by its professors and others. I don't think she's going to send one man or come in herself alone. Surprised she went with you alone. Yes?
There's probably more people
Does
in the
anyone
woods.
have the ability to see things that are invisible? I'm just, because I personally wouldn't have sent us in alone.
No, but I can detect magic at will, and I will, as an action, just light up my eyes and detect magic.
You detect, like, plenty of magical sources from you guys, your armor and other equipment, and a little bit from Fenton and his armor, and the professors each a little bit. But no.
And just to make sure, because I'm paranoid, no, like, floating little motes of magic that normally we couldn't see?
No.
No sensors?
No sensors. No divination magic.
Fantastic. Okay. So we're good within 30 feet of us. Yay.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, I think the champion's coming in, and I think she probably put some people with him, because she's not fucking stupid. If she wants to destroy Hawthorne, she probably could.
I think are the issue.
Yeah, I would highly suggest putting up like a huge-ass barrier or something around the school, because shit's probably gonna go down.
You see, actually, I think Fan and then maybe Pip, the only ones to really notice that Professor Mo just kind of shivers slightly at that thought.
Although, I have to ask, before we continue, just one question. I snap my fingers and point at the person who just came in. Who's the kid?
Professor.
Hey,
and why?
By the way, kid, this is Pot, beat Kettle.
I'm going to banish you to another dimension.
Professor Mo.
Not if I hit you first.
Oh my god, you're insufferable.
Professor Mo speaks. Yes. This is I didn't get your name. Fenton, I believe it was.
Yeah. Oh, that's me.
And from what I could tell, I believe he was sent here because he's trying to track, from what I understand, one of you down. I think it was Miss...
Cool! More people tracking us!
I believe it was...
It wasn't me, damn it. I did not send... I didn't send for help. It's not my fault. I didn't do it this time.
I believe it was Miss, how do you say your last name, Josh?
Oh, I was just thinking about that again.
Kulnasi?
I think part of it, yeah, I think it's like a Kulnasi.
Kulnasi.
Let's get real weird with it.
Let's do it. That's what it is. Kulnasi. Miss Kulnasi. From the description. I'm not sure why.
And, Alicia will, like, kind of snap up in a daze, and she looks actually to Ran, and, what did you say? And then she'll follow the gaze and look over to the people at the door. And she just looks fucking confused.
I was just saying that, from what I understand, Fenton here was sent to find you. At least someone that sounds a lot like you, from what I understand. Quick question, Ran.
Does this tickle anything in Crom's mind in relation to his background?
Like about Fenton? and what they were talking
Yeah,
about?
like something like Fenton is kind of like he is.
Um,
And would I have knowledge of that?
roll a history check.
Not great.
Not bad though.
Not bad. Not great.
How do I put this?
I guess I would say, would I notice anything that would tick me to an order like my own on Fenton?
No, you would not.
Okay.
I guess I need more perception, but whatever. Quick question, Ran. Is the Chaos Amulet out and visible?
God, no.
Okay, just checking. I'm just checking because you may have had it out previously. So.
That. Do you know how paranoid Ran
probably
is?
not too long ago.
That's fair. I just quick. It's important.
No, I got you. But yeah, Ran is too paranoid to keep that shit
Okay.
out. It's like below her breastplate of her armor.
But anyway, Dennis said, so I'm not sure what Mr. Mulgrew here was after Miss Kulnasi. You have to ask him.
That's your last name?
Alicia just lets out like a weak sigh.
And
I mean, I'm not like trying to make fun of you, but
Xander just kind of looks at you, Fenton.
It's better than Pyra.
Pyra's my first name, you short, midget, little.
You remember the information I told you?
Fenton just looks pretty confused himself and is just kind of trying to take everybody in and like is really awkward, but just kind of keeps looking back at Alicia.
Ben has kind of like sidestepped in front of Alicia like a little bit. Like just a smidge.
Yeah, she like blinks through some tears and doesn't say really anything and almost like leans behind Fen. This happened.
Okay, as there's this tension, Professor Momoa just says, what exactly explain this to me, and what exactly are you young adults mixed up in?
Upgraded.
Just them. I am old.
Of course, Third Dwarf.
Thank you.
So, like, how far back do you want to go? Because this could go all the way to when they had that whole issue with Farah breaking into the school with, the Chaos Amulet. It could go all the way back to that.
As soon as Fen says Chaos Amulet, Ran just melts into the scenery and tries not to be noticed.
At the mention of the Chaos Amulet, you see, well, Fen and Pip for sure would notice, that Professor Mo just stiffens up, and he says, where is that, perchance? I believe you had it last? For some reason.
Who are you to ask?
Actually, your celestial-blooded friend had it last, wherever he went. Where did he go?
Oh, he left a while ago. We don't know where he is.
Something about helping with the whole war thing. By the way, how's that going? Is there a war yet?
You'd have to ask my royal companions. You see, Professor Kinsley and Professor Platt are both just kind of huge sighs and says, "It's going."
Oh, fun.
But
not fun. Sorry, it's been a long day.
Back to the amulet. Where is that now?
Safely tucked away.
Where?
Safe.
I think the less people that
Was
know,
asked?
the
Was
better.
that Platt asking that time, or was it
Xander.
the same guy?
That was Xander.
Okay.
Brother Homo.
I really think the less people that know, the better.
Kind of eyes, kind of. Actually, I gotta do something. No, not that. Gotta open something here.
Do I say it? Do I say it?
You say what?
You see, Professor Momo's eyes kind of flash, kind of a bright yellow for a second, as Ran, you would notice, recognize this because
Because I use
yeah,
it.
you use it as a detect magic spell, and he kind of stares around the room, kind of almost. No, you would know. Alicia. Just Alicia, I'd say he looks a little paranoid. And he kind of stares around the room, kind of surveying each of you, and he kind of pauses on Pip for a second, nods, and then stops at Ran, takes a step forward, and then draws back, and Alicia again. You would notice there's like just a slight kind of twitch to his hand as it's done by his side. And he doesn't look very comfortable.
I don't feel too well. I think we should.
Go ahead.
No, you wouldn't.
I think we should maybe, and she just looks very distressed.
Ben will like lead her to a chair. Or a couch, or one of the many seating options around.
Care.
Yep, here you go.
Would Professor Platt be familiar with my order?
No. Well, no.
I will say that Ran is just staring daggers at the guy who just cast detect magic on her. And just like staring him down.
As he's
Great.
staring right back at you. But he looks.
Who is the one who cast detect magic?
Professor
Who's
Hamoa.
Professor Zach?
The
Amora?
magical theory professor.
The tiefling.
No, he is human. He's kind of got like. Hold on.
So the one who was just asking about it, Xander.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The one that's not a victim, Vivian.
Yeah, he's kind of got longer brown hair, really straight, really piercing, clear blue eyes, long, thin nose and face, kind of bit of a stubble jaw. He got really long, elegant, flowing robes, and he's got an amulet on his neck. He's about 6'2", very slender looking. Always has
Oh my god, is it Matt Mercer?
Pardon?
Matt Mercer?
Ah!
Is that you?
No.
That's all I'm gonna envision him as.
Sigil.
Give me a second.
Sigil.
Yep, I now have that mental image and will not be getting rid of it.
Toothy maw.
You're welcome.
As Fenn's like leading Alicia to a seat, she kind of leans in and whispers, He knows that Ren has.
So I'm just trying to find the image for you guys.
And Fen will lean in and whisper like, yeah, I gotta figure that out. There's a lot of magic people here.
If only I hadn't wasted my spells on you, Alicia, I could have counterspelled that shit.
We just do it again, Ran.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've got 2 spells.
Okay, image
2 spells
More.
at short rest.
image of Xander's in the public handos chat.
If it's not Matt Mercer.
Sad.
Hello.
But as he's kind of staring at Ran, he says, "You."
No.
There's a very strong magical essence coming from you.
Thank you.
He is
A
pretty
very
magically
strong,
powerful.
chaotic magical essence.
He is a little chaotic.
And business.
That's a very dangerous item you hold.
Don't know what you're talking about. Go fuck yourself.
Pip will come to stand in front of Ran.
And you have a rather powerful magical artifact on you as well, do you not?
That I do, but I don't see how it's any of your business.
Thank you, Pet.
Those two items, those they need to be sealed away. You realize this, don't you?
We're working on it. Got a little sidetracked with the whole getting kidnapped by Queen of Valiant thing.
Wait. Hold on. Do you know how to
Technically, I
steal
would say that
things away
it goes
like
back
that?
under protection of the order.
I mean, there's some sort of prophecy, I believe. That's,
We don't use that word around here.
I mean,
Fucking.
of course, the Ring of Light needs to be returned to Harmony. Harmony needs to be restored, of course. And here, Vivian kind of snorts from the corner.
That's kind of
The
a stupid
dwarf-
idea, considering Chaos and Harmony, like, at the height of their power were fighting, so either one of them getting power is stupid.
Did you realize
Yeah, it's
Harmony?
either all three artifacts that are sealed or none at all. You can't
Yeah.
pick and choose.
Harmony will be good for this world, don't you see? Don't you understand?
Sounds like a simp to me.
Everything needs
Don't use that
balance.
word.
What is that?
Don't use that word.
Yeah, not on Twitch.
I forgot
Oh.
Twitch.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, Twitch, I forgot. Shit.
It's alright, just keep going.
Anyway, continue. He just says, that's another matter. Why do you still have those artifacts? And why do you have
Because
two?
you can't seal them away?
They're not very easy to get rid of.
I see.
And we didn't want
And like I said, got a little sidetracked with the whole getting kidnapped and everything, and then we also had to go like rescue Pip's family a while back, and things just keep adding on.
Honestly, if we could either destroy them on a different plane of existence or seal them in a pocket plane, that'd be fucking fantastic.
That's a temporary measure at best.
Crom steps in front of him and says, "A family in which we, the elders of these mortal races, must trust."
What are you going on about, you goddamn zealot?
Yeah.
So I think the answer is right there, my friend. Maybe you should trust the family.
I'm gonna say Fen and Pip, because of your wild passive perception, will actually have noticed by now that Professor Hamoa actually has like just the faintest of like a consistent and very constant kind of yellowish glow radiating off of him. But it's ever so faint. You just Pip
Would
especially
we know what it is?
rolling or
I still have Detect Magic up, actually.
hey, you would detect he's very strong magical sorcerer, but you don't see the light.
I know I don't see the light, but
It's
do I
what
get
school
a
of
school
magic
of
is it?
magic radiating off of him?
Everything.
I'm sorry, what?
Everything. There's no one school.
Jesus.
So there's not a singular school radiating off of him, it's just magic?
Mhm.
Pure magic.
And
That's kind of creepy, not gonna fucking lie.
if you're proficient in history, roll a history check.
Yeah.
I'm half
Have fun, guys.
proficient.
Yeah.
What was that earlier history check there, Crom?
That was me seeing if I remembered something you put
Oh
recently in
my
my
god,
Alright.
Simpson's first roll!
I figured if I got over 20, I could make a comment. If I didn't, I didn't.
All right, Finton, which this kind of works for you. With that history check, the rest of you don't know. No, you have no idea what's going on.
Shit.
But Finton, you would know from studies and like where you went to school and who you're essentially working for in a sense. Professor Hamoa, or Xander Hamoa, is very strongly linked to Harmony. The Order never specified how, but you learned through your studies and from what they said that he's very strongly linked to Harmony and their Order.
Okay.
Avatar, get him.
So yeah.
I'm getting kind of concerned by the glow, not knowing what's going on about it. It was like, anyways, amulets and magic and everything aside, there is still, the problem.
I believe there's a more immediate threat here.
This is true. And Vivian kind of steps up and says, yes, of course there is. That reminds me, you mentioned earlier something about a magical contract, correct?
Yes.
Oh yeah, those. God damn, I'm gonna.
Pretty sure we've completed it.
She just says,
said,
fuck. Well, my conduit friend has or likely will be arrested. Shit.
oh,
Who was your conduit friend?
the person ran.
Your favorite person in the world.
Mm-hmm. One who made us sign that stupid contract.
Oh, her? Fuck her. She can rot.
Dwarf is looking around confused. What? Getting used to
Fen
it.
will be like, I'll explain it to you later, Crumb.
Thanks, Fen. Appreciate it.
So she says, well, that's a problem. We could have used her help for infiltration or figuring something out.
Is she gonna be used against us?
No, she's likely just going to be imprisoned. Hope not put to death. I could really use her help setting things right once I finally get back on the throne.
Well, nothing lost.
My dear, you may think you know her. You don't.
I know her as a child kidnapping psychopath.
I don't think
She's not wrong.
you realize.
Brian, bigger issues right now. I'm with you. Understand? Bigger issues.
I'm
Can
sure
we get
there's
back
a
You know
to
what?
the
story.
bad
You know
guys
what?
at the game?
For once, Crumb, we agree. Let's get back to business.
Anyway.
If she's not
Agree
put to
with one.
death, you can punch her later.
Anyway.
Definitely going to do that. Thank you.
Anyway,
Play your cards right up. Here, 2 for you.
sorry. I need to get that crown. Once I can do that, the palace guard should just stop, and they won't attack anymore.
I'm sorry, what crown?
The crown of Thalion, the one that was
Is that
That's
stolen
the guy
from
with
me.
7 swords?
Rand, you were gone for this discussion because you decided to be an idiot and go play hero. But
I wasn't.
the scary guards,
I wasn't
they're the ones they
hero.
respond to the crown. Whoever has the crown on, they follow their orders.
Oh, so we just need the crown then. Where is it?
Yeah.
Easy. Let's just go grab it.
On her head.
Then let's just fucking kill her.
It's easier said than done.
Yeah, it worked so well for you last time, didn't it, Rand?
You're,
I wasn't trying to kill her. I was trying to get my family out of prison.
which, by the way, assuming you left them back there, they're probably back in.
Oh, I assumed as much. Well, actually, I did try to leave them in an inn somewhere, but I assume it's still in Fallholt.
I would assume so. Travel
Yeah.
is fun.
Lady Vivian,
Yes.
can you explain to us the guy with the 7 swords, the leader of that guard, or is he one of hers?
assume he's one of hers. I had no such guards under my tenure.
He's really
Cool.
scary.
So we just need to kill that champion dude who knocked me out in one hit, and the Queen of Thalia, who is a devout and powerful follower of chaos, by the way.
I assumed. I mean, I follow chaos. There's nothing wrong with that.
Thank you.
follow.
Thank you.
Yes.
God. Biased
However,
people.
She does seem a bit fanatical.
Oh, she's fucking crazy. She literally wanted me to help her free chaos into the world by using the amulet. And me, apparently.
Yeah, that's another update.
I'll say Finn.
Might need to have known that.
Actually, no. Everyone but Finton and Ran. No, everyone but Finton and Ran would notice Professor Hamoa's eyes just go wide, and he kind of twitches and starts forward for half a second before settling back on his feet. And you notice, Finn especially would notice he's been keeping his distance from Ran and eyeing her nervously.
What?
You don't notice.
What?
You don't notice shit.
I know I don't know this shit. This is Nathan freaking out.
That's fair. But yeah, you guys notice him kind of like his eyes go wide at the thought of freeing chaos. She says, "Well."
Grom turns to Professor Platt.
Go ahead.
Your Grace, I'm sorry to interrupt, and I know we've got all these other things going, but can we talk about this guy then and the Queen of Thalian just outside the gates and figure out an answer if they come in? I would feel 100% better if we had something planned. And we need to kind of get on the road because there are families at risk now because of somebody's big mouth.
Hey, it wasn't Rand's fault.
Well,
thank you.
We can.
Yeah.
I didn't say it was his fault. I said it was his mouth or her mouth.
Don't ever make comments about my mouth.
We certainly can tighten security around here, and hold on, can you do that? Oh, he
Please, can you do that?
Yeah. You see him, and Crom, you notice too. He raises his right wrist, and his sleeve comes back, but instead of like where you would normally see the same brand that you have, it's actually a leather cuff. And he kind of like mumbles a name into it and quick message. Pauses.
Can I read his lips?
Hell
Roll
yeah.
a perception check.
Yeah.
I don't need. If I do get this, I don't need to know like the exact wording. But
Oh,
Yeah, you
Well.
read on his lips. He says, "Camille, get the rest of the school guard together and tighten security. We may have potential intrusion."
Thank God we know he said that.
yeah, this is good. we know
That was
he's on
good,
our
that was
side.
And
Yeah.
then he says, after he kind of lowers it, his
Is that leather thing an upgrade to this? And I hold up my marking.
he kind of like
It's kind of cool.
He kind of like he smiles and kind of wrings his wrist a little bit and kind of tugs at it a little bit and says, "This is an alternative, shall we say? Roll a history check, Crum."
Yeah, it's back down to an Elry roll now.
You don't know what he's talking about or anything really to do with that.
It's kind of cool, sir. Like it.
I
Good fashion sense.
I would.
Hold it. That's good for a dwarf. It may be really bad fashion sense, but I think it's good.
Thank you. I would certainly prefer the traditional. But alas. And he just turns to everyone and says, security will be tightened on the school. No worries.
Much worry still, but thank you.
turn and look at everyone and say, "Classes, I think we have families to check on in a hurry, do we not?"
Yeah. We need to... where are we going first?
Ben will actually really quickly go. Professors, do any of you know what's going on in Everagil?
They all kind of shake their heads and no.
Okay.
Nothing as
we
far as I'm
received
aware.
some distressing communications from some of the Watchers in Everagil.
I see.
Was it about
I wasn't
18
sure if
hours?
it was related to the war or not.
As far as I know, Everagil has been staying out of it for the time being.
Good to know. Thank you very much.
You don't think the Queen has attacked Everagil, do you?
I do believe the first target would be Cavia. It's the closest and it's the greatest threat to their borders.
Yeah, my guess is they're probably gonna go after Cavia.
To start with.
They did not seem happy about that. Put it at that.
Yeah, I don't think they like to be much either.
Who would?
Point well taken, Rand.
Rand, while you were enthralled and all that, did you hear anything about, plans and such? Might be good to, relay them if you did.
Did I hear anything about plans? I think I was
I'd
pretty much
say
kept in private rooms.
Mostly what she would have told you is just like her plans about wanting to release chaos and that sort of stuff. Like there wasn't really any war plans shared.
She didn't really talk to me about the war. I wasn't there to tell her about the war. I was there to help her free chaos.
And snitch on us that we
And on you. Yeah. Sorry about that, by the way.
Oh, sure. She gets sorry. I get don't talk about my mouth. I see how it is.
Alicia casts sending
Alright.
to Alistair.
Okay. What do you say?
All she says is,
Need more
where are you exactly? And do you need help?
Takes a moment, but eventually the reply back is, I'm at home. I don't need help. But tell Fen her brother's missing.
Shit!
Her what is missing?
Brother.
her brother.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Just one quick sec of remaining here.
This is gonna go over like a frickin' lead balloon.
God, there's just too much going on, man.
I can't keep track of it all.
Alicia
I'm
will,
just waiting to hear how Alicia's gonna tell Finn this news.
Yeah, well, she leans into Fen, and kind of croaks her voice a little bit. I just messaged Alistair, and Erlen is missing.
Fen's face just goes stark white, but she doesn't say anything.
We need to go.
Kinda not-
You see Vivian.
So-
You see Vivian kind of look up and say, "I thought you wanted to see Zephora dead. Is that not something you want?"
Before what?
Queen Litchfield. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. I thought you said 4 is in the number.
Zephora. Zephora. Sorry.
I want to see the death of the number 4.
Sorry.
What is this?
Absolutely want Litchfield dead.
I think we have other priorities first, though.
But I also don't know how much we can really help with that. As
Yeah,
seen,
we're
we
not-
got caught literally walking and did not stand a chance against her guards.
I mean,
that's not our battle. We need to go.
What you see, the problem is you need to draw the elite guard from the palace so you don't have to deal with them. Of course, it'll take a great threat to the capital itself.
So, hold on. Idea. What if we just straight up... Do you have, is there such a thing as a gate scroll?
No. I do not have such
No.
a thing.
Oh, shit.
Because I was just saying, like, if we get a gate scroll or something that can open, like, a gate between, like, dimensions or some shit, we can summon a real big baddie right in the center of the capital and just let it go fucking crazy.
Okay, can we talk about this later?
No,
I think we
talk
should go
about
to
this now.
Averagil.
Why? What's an Averagil? There's nothing in Averagil. No offense, Fen, your family's there, but war.
Alicia's too.
Nah.
Curiosity, am I noticing Finn's pale whiteness at this point?
Yeah, are we? Like, any
Roll
of
a
us?
insight check, I guess.
Anyone or
Anyone who's looking at Finn.
sure, fuck it. Hey, I actually rolled pretty good with a 15.
Yeah, I'd say Pip and Crom for sure, and yeah, even Ran. You probably noticed that Finn's kind of going a little white, little pale.
I'll just walk
Is there
over
a
and
problem, lads?
gently put a hand on the shoulder and just say, "You all right?"
Fen kind of stumbles for words for a moment, and just let's get this conversation over with, and then we can talk.
Okay. Put a pin in the gate. I think that's a great idea.
That actually lends that's an excellent suggestion. However, what about
It would
a
put the
dragon
citizens at
attack?
risk.
What did you say?
What about a dragon attack? She kind of smirks a little
Dragon
That's
attack?
something
That
you need
that
to
is
talk to His
exactly what
Grace
I was
about.
thinking.
bit. We're of one mind.
That could be an option. However,
We do have a friend that's who's a dragon.
We do
Yes.
have a dragon friend.
Anyway,
it is an option. However, it does put the citizens at risk.
only if the dragons aren't, shall we say, on our side.
So,
I mean, if
if
there's
we
nothing to stop-
Friends that they'd have to be seeked out, of course, and bargained with, so to speak. But they have draconic
we have a friend who we met on the ocean who was saying that
No
they
thanks.
would be willing to help us out.
That would,
So, genuinely speaking, if we could get a message to that dragon, we could literally just say, "Hey, let's go over to Thalion and let's mess up the capital, but only the Palace of Bones, because that way there are no civilians in that place."
I-
Big old bronze
Yeah,
dragons flying at the bronze of bones.
choice, though, is
Boom.
to get them away from the palace.
she kind of grits her teeth.
Outside the palace would be good enough.
She-
Outside the palace would be great.
She kind of grits her teeth
And-
and says, "I'd rather my home was not destroyed. It took so much time to build."
Oh, boo fucking who? It's a ganky ass pile of bones on a hill.
I had worked hard designing
Honestly,
that. Thank you.
it's a little ghastly. Okay, you need to
Well, thank you.
upgrade. That place looks like shit.
Well, thank you.
Again, we seem to be sidetracking. I believe that this is something you should probably talk over with the other rulers here, Lady Vivian. And if one of you has the ability to cast a large portal so we can all go somewhere, I'd appreciate your help. Otherwise, we need to get moving.
Where did you want? And say.
And I mean, when I say cast a large portal, I mean inside the grounds, because obviously nobody can port in and out except you professors.
Say, Vivian says, "Where on earth would you be going?"
Well,
I believe my friend needs us for something, and that right now is the first priority. We have to set our own things straight and our own things comfortable.
Fen will shake
before
her
we-
head. Fen will interrupt him and shake her head, and say, We do the dragon idea is certainly one. We could even just put it like a mile outside the castle, draw guards out and everything, make lots of noise and everything, and then send people in to try and deal with the whole get the crown thing back.
Yeah, if we just go in there and just try to knock the fucking crown off her head.
It's gonna be much harder than that.
I mean, we don't
assure you.
necessarily need to kill her. We just need to get the crown.
I do know of a secret exit to the palace that could possibly be used as an entrance. I'm sure she knows about it, but she shouldn't know how it can be used as an entrance. I had that built ages ago. So she may not even know about it, come to think of it.
So, we message the dragon. We tell it to attack the Palace of Bones to draw out the elite guard. Once that's done, Vivian, you take us through that little back hole entrance. We go right up to where the queen is, and we fuck her up.
Interesting.
We're
course,
not
that couldn't
talking
happen
about doing
today.
this today, are we?
I mean, things like
And we would all get our
flying.
butts beat.
You've looked better.
I am very, very injured and have no spells. I would appreciate if we did not go right now because I would die.
Of course not. I mean, these things take a little bit of travel, and even dragons take time to travel, and as much as I normally could portal as I wish in and out of Thalion, at this moment, I do believe that would be a bad idea. So we'd have to go in the long way.
Monumentally bad idea.
Or you can hitch a ride on a dragon. Can a dragon get rides?
Riding on a
That
dragon
would be so
be
cool.
an idea. I mean, she kind of eyes you all up. I'm assuming. Oh,
Her computer crashed. She'll
okay.
be back
Yeah.
soon.
Okay.
She's coming back in.
All right.
Also, Care,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt, but I will probably have to leave in the next 40-ish minutes. I
Shit.
apologize.
Okay.
Sorry.
Let's just do
Scheduling.
this real fast.
I didn't expect it to be this early, but it is, and I apologize.
Shit.
That's okay.
You might have to end early then. Cause yeah. I'll just give.
Keep going, get some of our roleplay out of the way. I don't
yeah.
imagine there's gonna be a lot of big fights.
So I'll
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
She says riding on a dragon would be smart, yes. I mean, she kind of eyes you all up and says, I suppose you've been through the past. I'm sure it wasn't a pleasant experience.
No, it was
For me, it
fucking
was actually quite a lovely walk.
Well, yes, I mean, it's simple for us,
Yeah,
but
for us, superiors.
she smirks. She might smile at that.
I'm kidding.
God,
I'm
she's a
kidding.
funny lass.
I'm kidding.
And will just very lightly punch Ran.
Ow, I take 1 point of damage.
It's not that kind of punch.
Yes, it is. Now it is. I have
Yep,
13
it
hit
wasn't
points.
me.
I love it. She says, but would a single dragon be enough? I mean, what color of dragon is this?
Bronze, I think.
I know 2 blacks that could cause some damage, but I'm not sure they would work with a
2
bronze.
blacks and bronze. Yo, we could get an entire fleet of dragons up in this bitch.
I'm not sure they would
just a
work with them,
question.
Not sure they'll get along.
but
I don't think that the bronze dragon will get along with chromatics, and vice versa.
I mean, we could
We
always
could be
ask.
setting dragons against each other.
hey,
I mean, we could always go like, hey, you go 2 miles that way, you go 2 miles that way.
Professor Platt actually
And they decide to go after each other anyway.
Professor Platt actually kind of smiles at this and says, dragons are fickle creatures.
Solitary.
Pretty, well, I wouldn't say it's chromatic versus metallic, so to speak, but the
They're
different the
independent.
different colors don't typically mix well, whether they're chromatic or not.
So basically, dragons are racist against themselves.
The solitary creatures.
Yes, exactly.
Lone wolves.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what if we told them that the fate of the world might be at risk, and their nests might be at risk?
You've not met a black dragon, have you?
No, actually, I haven't, but they sound lovely.
They're vain creatures. And
Oh, so we
enjoy
just tell them
torture.
that we can give them a bunch of riches. Done.
And enjoy
They're
torture.
also smart creatures.
Yes, most dragons are rather smart. In my humble opinion, this is still Professor Platt speaking. You either go with the bronze or the blacks. I'm assuming.
Do we want one or two? Actually, how old are these black dragons, and how old was the bronze dragon we met? Out of
The bronze
curiosity.
is an ancient.
The bronze was an ancient? Oh, boy-oh.
Vivian just smirks. My friends are rather old. Ancient, you could say.
Okay, do we want two ancient black dragons on our side, or one bronze?
Oh, no. One of them is fairly ancient, the other is a little younger.
So one ancient and one, what, like, young-ish adult? I don't know.
Probably adult. He's getting on in years, but he's not quite as old as the other.
Personally, I think we should go with the black dragons and just let them go at it in the treasury.
You will have to, I would not say that. You need to, bargain with them, of course.
I feel like the bronze dragon would almost be easier. I mean, it did tell us that wanted to see the Queen Vivian restored.
Oh yeah, it did tell. It was kind of crushing on you, Vivian. You're lucky. You got a bronze dragon after you.
Most creatures such as this tend to take a shine to me. Well, if you have a way to contact your friend, that could work.
Alacia could send a message if you want, Alacia.
I can't.
I think we need to rest.
You know what? Let's take a little nap.
Is there any way for us to stay
Are
here
we
tonight,
going to
Professor?
prioritize this over the other things that we have?
We can talk about it tonight, I think, Crom. We can't do anything today.
We can't do anything today. We're too fucked up.
No, I'm not. I didn't get hit.
Yeah, that's because.
Yeah, but two of our major spellcasters are down a lot.
This is true. We should let Alacia rest.
Alright.
Is that the name?
Professor Platt, or Professor, I don't know, let's say Professor Kinsley actually speaks up at this moment and says, yes, we should be able to find you rooms to stay for the night if that's what you require.
Yes, for the love of chaos, please.
She kind of nods and says, and she actually rushes off out of the room to, you assume, go find something, or find rooms. What would you guys like to do?
I think we should go to a room and just talk.
Alright, so sake of brevity, I hope Alana gets back soon.
Yo, wait.
I imagine her like follow. Oh, is it him? Is her character a guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Imagine him like following us.
Yeah.
Remember
I think she sent me a message, but I think everyone would just kind of brush past him, and he'll probably approach later.
Okay. So say sake of brevity.
Dude, you follow from the front, not the back.
Let's say, for sake of brevity, Professor Kinsey helps arrange for it ends up being like one kind of guest bedroom for y'all to share, but it's a fair sized room.
It works.
Ran is immediately going to plop down on a bed.
Yeah, there's a couple of cots there.
Perfect. One is all mine.
Okay, did we want to end there, and since you gotta get going soon and Alana's having problems, or?
I still have
like 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm gonna just check to see where she's at, because that might be the perfect moment for her to come in.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys, we want to take 5 real quick?
Yeah, let's do a quick break.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, okay, so
Already?
we'll say this is as you guys are kind of filing out of the staff room.
Just come back.
Okay. Yeah, so up until that point, like Fenton's just kind of been trying to get like a beat on everybody, and just like feeling very overwhelmed and like having a like mild panic attack just at like everything that everybody's talking about. No idea, like he's way out of his depth, but as soon as they all leave, he kind of shakes himself out of it and just kind of goes up to Alacia. I have to come with you. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to keep you safe. It's kind of my
sorry.
job.
Alicia, who is the kid?
I don't.
Yeah, and why is he
don't know
talking about
who
my
this
job?
is.
I'm not.
Yeah. Who are you?
Wait. You're also. Are you like her bodyguard too, or?
No,
The
he's just
last
an
are all
asshole.
under my protection, except that one, and Crom points at Rand.
Ran fully.
Crom, I thought that
flipped
was
off.
specifically your job.
Crom, you get the bird.
Sorry, what's that? I coughed. I missed it.
What
You get
do
the
you-
bird.
Oh, I get the bird. Love you too.
Don't ever say that to me. I will fucking kill you in your sleep. Kid,
Yeah, like
Who
that's
are
a
you?
change.
I'm not listening to you, dwarf. Kid, who are you?
I.
Kid, remember that's pot, your kettle, okay?
Shut up.
Sure. Okay, look, I don't really know what I'm doing here. I don't know what's going on at all. I was just sent here. The order sent me to keep an eye on or
Which order is
protect the order of the Prime Path. Correct.
Oh,
Do
we
we
got
know-
another one.
Know that order?
Yeah, you would,
What?
you would
Prime
know
Pass.
of it, Crom. And the rest of you have heard it mentioned as well.
What was it again?
Hearing the
Order of
like
the
a-
Prime Path.
office and talk.
Order of the Prime
Like, who do they
It's the
follow? Was
Harmony
it-
one.
They're the Harmony ones.
Oh
It's
god.
about what you would know too, Crom. They're one of three.
Fucking
Ah, so you're the one the path sent.
Their artifact
Yeah.
is the Ring of Light.
They didn't really tell me
don't-
anything. It was just a job, and I needed something
Following.
to do.
From one order person to another order person,
How
they
would they
never
even know
tell us
about me?
anything. I changed the wording there at the end before I say something mean.
I'm barely an order person, but thanks.
Just say that you don't know shit. What's the problem?
What I did say that. I thought I said that. I don't know shit. I don't know anything.
Oh no, not you. I was talking to Crom. My apologies.
I'm sorry,
Oh.
Pat, did you say something? I missed it.
Oh my god. Okay. Nice to meet you. I'm Pyra or Pyrrha, whatever the fuck you want. These are the asshole graduates.
Just call her Rand.
I messed up.
I'll try to remember.
Yeah. We're trying to save the world
Okay.
from a bunch of murderous gods. You think you're up for that, hun?
He literally just like stands there in silence.
Yeah, I think that's pretty telling. Why don't you leave and let the big boys try and handle this, okay? Grant walks away.
He kind of just like
I'm
turns
sorry.
to everybody else. I mean, like I would if I could, but I mean that's literally the only reason I'm here.
That's okay. You know what? The more people, the better. We really need allies.
Are you good with fighting?
Why don't you come with us and we'll have a chat?
Do you know how to play cards?
Oh, God.
Stick with me, lad. I got a new game for you.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And we'll head
You
to
can-
them, I guess.
Okay, so you guys arrive at the room. It's fairly comfortable.
Yeah.
There's probably a few cots for each of you, and just like a little sitting area. It's not much, but it's like a little guest room. Actually, there's probably one big bed and then a bunch of cots. What do you
God,
guys like to do?
Rand says.
Then we'll find a cot to sit on and just kind of like breathe and try not to have a panic attack.
Rand will
Like she's been
lay
staving it
her
off for a
whole
while, but here it comes.
Great.
Rand will lay her whole body.
Alicia will,
Try that again.
Rand's just gonna lay her
oh,
whole
my
body
sound
down on
is
the
getting really weird.
Okay.
Oh,
Alicia will walk up to Vinton and kind of like point towards Crom. maybe hang out with him. He'll catch you up.
Okay.
Come on over, lad. Us lads got to stick together. We're way outnumbered here.
All right. You do see like kind of relaxes a tiny bit this one when it's kind of just the two of them, like with the big group of people, and then yeah, completely freaking out.
All right. Is there any?
So,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
And Alicia will actually walk over to Fen and sit in front of her. I'm sorry. I had to know. Are you okay?
Fen will kind of like just sit there, like head between her hands, and just take a deep breath and kind of nod. Yeah. I'm okay. I'm okay.
We can go do something. We've done this before.
Just so much to do, and I guess if there's time and everything, I'm sure the Watchers have people out looking for him, and just kind of stutters with the words some more.
Check up. One day, and on them. I think we can afford that. We've done everything for everyone else's battle. Let's fight our own.
Yeah. I mean, it could take a while to, get, dragons and everything, under control, and
Yeah. Feel that.
Just kind of sits there and breathes for a bit.
You'll have to at least nod when I push for it, because I'm making this happen. I'm not going anywhere else. You and me, we're going to Everagel tomorrow.
Ben will nod.
She'll just kind of lean in and give her a...
Hmm?
Check our chat.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. She'll lean in and just give her a big hug. She herself seems uncertain, but she's very tight at least.
Pip will actually come and sit next to Fenton. And I guess start introducing everyone, like pointing to people across the room. Okay, that's Ran/Pyra. She's a bit of a bitch, but she'll warm up to you, don't worry. That's Fen. She's super
I heard
cool.
my name, what?
You're not there, shush.
You're a bitch, but you're
Okay.
fine.
Goddamn right,
That's
fine.
Fen. She's super dope. She does really cool flips, and she does...
You point as she is currently having a panic attack.
Yeah.
Stepping out.
She's a little,
Okay.
Lad, she's normally
She's
not
a
like
little
that. I
emotional
don't know
right
what's
now.
going on yet.
She's a little emotional. Emotions run high, especially when your family's been compromised somehow. We don't know how, but we imagine that something's happening. That's Alicia. My
Right.
name is Pip. This is Crom. I don't know if you've met. You're both from an order?
Kind
That
of.
was
From the
something
same
I was
order?
about to get to. Just wanted to have some full disclosure between us, Fenton. And I pull my necklace and pull the order of the, oh Lord, my brain just shut off. Enlightened eyes, pendant from below my armor.
You don't.
I'm also of an order.
You don't recognize it, Fenton. You're not a clue what he's talking about. Barely
Okay.
know what the Order of the Prime Path is.
Yeah. Yeah, he just has a blank look on his face. Oh, okay, cool.
There are 3 orders, yours, mine, and another. I know a fair share about mine, don't know much about yours. But I'm here for you if you need help.
cool, thanks. Yeah, I can't even really call it my order. They just kind of hired me.
Nothing wrong with that.
I did see though, it kind of like points to your arm and kind of like riz the sleeve from his right arm, and he's also got like a tattoo similar there.
Oros Burrows.
So what'd you think of meeting our king? Was kind of cool, wasn't it?
Roll. I want you to roll a history check, Fenton.
Okay.
Just thinking back on that.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to know.
It's okay.
Did you
It's okay.
recognize your own king?
No, not that. It's more as Crom mentions that and meeting him, and just thinking back on the leather band around his wrist. You remember hearing stories of when he was younger, something happening that compromised his totemic mark, and that's why he wears this band. But you don't.
Okay,
know
and
what.
who?
Professor Platt.
Which one was that?
Professor Platt. Damien Platt.
Okay. Okay. Is the king of
Northern Cavia.
Our country.
Northern Cavia? Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Which you are both from, is the northern side.
Okay.
But yeah. Continue.
Well, hi, AJ. What do you want?
See the kitty.
Sorry.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah. Pretty crazy. I've
Not every day we
barely
meet
just
royalty.
left the place. Yeah, definitely not.
Makes two of us. We got some issues going, just so you understand.
Yeah, sounds like
That
it.
one over there, points at Rand, kind of told where everybody else's family was to the big bad girl.
Okay.
So we got that issue. And then we got the fact that she is the big bad girl issue. And then we got wars. So I hope your bootstraps are buckled up. We're going to have a good time.
It's one way.
All right, this is more than I thought I signed up for, but I'm here now.
I will say that Ren is currently taking off her half plate,
Okay.
just to get comfy.
Alright. Is there anything else anyone wants to discuss for the night, or did you
With that last, do we have an idea of a plan of attack here?
Yeah, are we going to Evergil first?
Yes.
I think so,
Okay. Where is your family in Evergil?
Foulhops.
holes?
Foulholtz.
Holes.
She said it with an elvish accent.
Yes, totally.
Where
In-
is that?
It's an Everagil. Ben will say, then the endpoint, and it's up. And if you look on the map, it's where is it? Oh God. Oh, it's right. Yeah, like right up here.
This little guy?
Mm-hmm.
No. Yeah.
That little guy.
And
Circle
he'll
me.
go.
Oh, I see the name. Fallolts. Wait a minute.
My
Fallholt?
Yeah, they're really similar.
It used to be the same.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that was an old world building issue. Anyways.
Anyway.
It
Do they
looks
have a portal circle there?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
If
do.
we portal there, because we can just portal there after we leave here. We can just go boop, and we're there.
No, we can't.
No,
we
we
need
can't.
to go someplace we've all been. We could go to Cave, like we could portal to Cavia.
We could portal to Aberuthi. They probably. have a
Prom has
portal
not
now.
been to Aberuthi, and I don't know about
God.
our new friend here.
Tomorrow?
You do know that
Well-
Fowlands is like half a day away from the school. Just so
Oh, we could always walk to Fowlands too.
Maybe we shouldn't walk? Maybe I have a fly then.
Can we get one of the professors to group portal us straight there?
We can ask.
I think that should be our first goal. And we need to set up a communication line with Lady Vivian so we know how. And once we get everything else under control, we can get back to dragons. Good God, I can't believe I just said that.
Actually, I might have a way to contact Vivian if she still has the thing.
I believe the controller actually told you that that was part of the problem, is she did not have that on her when she played.
We could just go and kill a Thalion and then take their ring and then give it to Vivian.
You're kind of you would know that they're kind of coded to each person specifically.
Actually, never mind. That wouldn't work. They're individual pieces.
I could have sworn I told you all this, but whatever.
Well, for now we have as long as you're comfortable with it, Alicia, we have the ability to send messages. Hey, new lad.
Yeah.
Can you send messages? Is there anything useful?
Let me check. Aside from
The spell book.
Shoot, what's it called?
Sending.
Yeah.
Sending.
No, because I don't believe I have any of those. I don't have sending. I don't have message.
Fair enough. Just had to check.
Either way,
I
I could send her a message if necessary, and when we know that everything's fine.
So we have a fallback way of messaging. And other than that, we can get messages to the school, I think, pretty easy from most cities with portals.
Yeah, honestly.
So I say my vote, being the silly dwarf, is we go to Fallouts and we figure out what's going on with Finn's family, because I don't like the way Finn looks, and Finn always looks happy, and this is bugging the hell out of me. Sorry.
Then we'll kind of laugh a little bit, like just.
Yeah, let's figure out what's going on with Fenn, kick some asses, take names, and
I think we also need to take care of Alicia's family while we're there, and then get Pip's family before we start working on dragons and other things.
Yeah.
Then we'll see just people just blindly talk about it just via Alicia talk to Elistar, just trying to figure out what was going on, because when we first contacted him a few weeks ago, he said things were bad even before the whole Queen issue and all that. And Alicia asked and figured out what was going on while we were in that meeting and everything. And my brother Erlon is he's missing. But this sounds like it was before the Queen, all of that issue.
Could we, after we've rested, of course, Alicia, or at least someone with sending, just send a message to your brother?
I could do it.
Yeah, because that way we'll know if he's, sorry for saying this,
we'll know where he is.
We'll know if he's alive, is what I'm saying.
No, Alicia just stares daggers at Ran.
That's an important step in finding a missing person, is making sure they're alive.
We'll find him.
I'm just take into account the possibility that he may be somewhere, or being kept somewhere where we can't get a message to him.
He could be in Thalion.
He's
First
very
thing in
much
the morning,
so.
send a message.
He did a lot of secret missions for the Watchers. I haven't heard from him in like a year and a half, because he's always off doing stuff. But,
So are we set on our first step then?
Going to Everett.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go to Avergil. Let's go to Fowlands after we rest. Let's rest, go to Fowlands, get to Evergil, and then find ye brother.
You lasses or lad, thank you for being here. I'm so happy I can say that now. Y'all mind if I go talk to one of these professors and see if I can make arrangements for a morning portal for us?
I can.
Or do you want to try to make the arrangements in the morning? Rand, you need to rest. God, I can't believe I actually said that. I don't want you to rest. You need to rest.
Fuck you, I'm fine.
I agree with you.
I'm fine. I'm mortally wounded, but I'm fine. They'll just heal in the morning. That's how wounds work in this world. That's how mortal wounds work in this world.
I only knocked you out. I didn't mortally wound you. But if you want, I can make arrangements tonight for our travel in the morning. That way we don't waste any time in the morning trying to make arrangements.
Yeah, I can talk to someone. I have no problem getting up and talking.
What? Smash Josh.
Whoops.
You okay?
So let's get started on this.
Alright. So are you guys someone going to find a professor now, or are you waiting till the morning?
I'll go now.
Okay, we'll say.
When my armor is off.
We'll say for the sake of brevity, you managed to track someone down, and Professor Hamoa says that he can send you to Fellholes. Because he's
perfect.
From that kingdom.
Straight to Everett?
Yeah, to the city in question.
Oh, so we can just go straight to Everidgel in the morning. Perfect. She'll go back and tell everyone the good news.
Thank you, Ram.
Alright.
You're welcome.
In the meantime, Crom is taking out blankets because we are in another co-ed room, and he's creating a little cubby hole, guys.
Fen will motion to the tent again.
Oh, Fen, you are awesome. Break out the tent in the middle, pound the freaking spikes into the stone floor.
Oh my god!
No, don't.
Jeez.
Oh, he's so pissed at you, and I
Alright, so
cannot
you guys
wait.
settling down for the night then?
Never get that deposit back.
Okay, so there's nothing else anyone wants to talk about this evening, or?
I'm good.
Okay. As you're sleeping and dreaming, Pip and Ran. You find your dreams kind of tumultuous at best, and like you got so many things running through your minds, but you find them filled with a lightless expanse. It's just filled with like this strange mist or fog. You can't actually see one another, but you're both seeing the same thing. All you can see is the mist, even without light reflecting off it to be able to see it. You can see it. And then all of a sudden there's a flash, and you find yourself standing in a large cavern, 3 pedestals before you. Another flash. You find yourself floating and looking down at what you can only assume is Atemnity itself from like space. Another flash. There's a scene of utter chaos, no order, panic. People just look lost without direction. Another flash. A scene of complete peace, serenity, zero room for disagreements. People look peaceful, sure, but that same lost expression is on their faces. Another flash. The same chaotic scene, but no life. Bodies everywhere. Flash. That scene was a peaceful garden turned tragic with, again, bodies everywhere, though different, of course. The deaths appear to be a result of what you would actually think was like too much of a good thing, if you can imagine that. Like too much, like eating into oblivion, that sort of thing. Oh shit, that's a bad thing to bring up. Sorry. Just too much of a good thing. Another flash, and then you see the view from above of a lifeless world, and 2 beings of light. One more kind of yellowish, one more purplish, bluish color, and the being of a rather dramatic and dynamic mix of all the colors caught between both arms kind of outstretched. Another flash. Closer now, you see the chaos amulet around the darker figure's neck. Every other feature is kind of blurred. A familiar amulet to to the one you bear paper around, the one in the middle, and a glowing ring on the hand of the yellowish figure. And then just say, with another flash, you both kind of shoot up in the morning, so you do get a long rest, and you both kind of shoot up at the same time. And that's where we'll end it.
This is your guys' fault.
How is this our